Hello, my name is Susie Overton. I am a member of Toast of Inverness and DTC Speaks here in Denver, Colorado. And I've had the pleasure of serving as the Pathways Advisor here in District 26. We are excited to show you how to access the wealth of information that exists within Toastmasters. This video is to orient members to their online learning experience, and it's one of several videos that are available on the District 26 website for training. Specifically in this session, we are going to cover the bit of an overview of the Toastmasters.org website page, the My Toastmasters profile, and just the access points into Basecamp. The Toastmasters.org website is the hub of all the information that Toastmasters has, and every member benefits from really understanding what's available here on this home page. I'm going to look at just a few of the highlights, and the first one would be under the Pathways section, and I'm going to click on that, and by dropping down here I see a Learn More section. If I tap on that Learn More section, that takes me to a terrific overview of Pathways and provides information on the 11 paths that are available, all of the project details inside each one of them by clicking on each one. It's a terrific place to direct guests and prospective members to allow them to gain more information about how we learn inside Toastmasters. In addition, under the Membership tab is a Welcome New Members section. And I like this. There is a section here from the International Board of Directors, the president who speaks and welcomes our Toastmasters. It gives us 5 quick tips to getting started. And then it offers up some best loved manuals and videos from Toastmasters that are long-standing, important documents that we've used in Toastmasters for a long time. The first one is A Toastmaster Wears Many Hats, which is a guide to the club meeting roles. There's a video library with all kinds of amazing public speaking tips. The Effective Evaluation Guide, which we just cannot get enough information about how to provide effective evaluations. And then Gestures, Your Body Speaks, which speaks for itself. Under the Leadership Central tab, there is something I would direct your attention to, which is the Leader Letter. And the Leader Letter is filled with information that's fabulous, not just for officers, but for all Toastmaster members. It talks all about, there's terrific articles here, and then there's great announcements and reminders, and it really keeps you up to date on what is happening within Toastmasters. And I think it's valuable and important to know that that changes monthly, and it's a good place to check in and learn about what's going on. The next place I would direct your attention to is the magazine section, and this takes us to the electronic version of the Toastmasters Magazine, which is a best loved magazine and really one of the greatest benefits that we have in Toastmasters. There's filled with amazing articles and very valuable information about Toastmasters really around the world. It's a terrific place to go to learn more and to kind of be re-energized about Toastmasters. There's also archival information here which shows you all of the back issues of Toastmasters Magazine. That will take us to, it completes the overview of the Toastmasters.org website. And now I would direct your attention to, on the home page is a place to log in at the very top. And so if I click on that log in word, it will take me to the login page with your member identification number that you obtain either from Toastmasters International via email that they send to you in their welcome email, or from your Vice President of Education. That member identification is what you need to be able to log in to the Toastmasters.org website. Once you've done that, created your member ID, your email, and your password, you're set to log in, and by logging in, you will then be seeing a page that looks something like this, with welcome and the member's name at the very top of the page. If I click on that and change it from the little yellow printing to white printing, it opens up the My Toastmasters page. And the My Toastmasters page is your official record and history inside Toastmasters. And it's very important for people to know that this exists. This is your profile information, which can be edited right here. It's all about when you join Toastmasters, your member identification, your email, your address of record, your clubs, the privacy information that you might have. In addition, there is a record here of all of your education awards, the offices that you've held maybe in your district or within your clubs, and there's additional information here about you. So I would encourage you to look through each of these sections to give you a good understanding and overview of what exists on this page. In the center is a panel that says Toastmasters Pathways, and this talks about whether or not we are enrolled in Pathways. If we are not enrolled, it would say not enrolled. If we are enrolled, it will tell us the number of paths that we are enrolled in. And right there, it shows that I'm enrolled in 2 paths, and it would explain the paths that I'm enrolled in. It also offers experienced Toastmasters a very quick connection to their transcript, and that's accessible right there by going to my transcript. At the top of the page are 3 boxes that are valuable to getting us started really into the Pathways experience. And the one on the right is the View the Navigator. This is really essential for all Toastmasters. It is the guidebook for Toastmasters, and especially for new Toastmasters, this just tells you everything there is to know about Toastmasters, especially about Pathways. And by clicking on the Pathways Learning Experience section here, we can learn everything we need to know about how we're going to work inside Pathways. It will also give us some good understanding of the paths that are available for us to select from if we have not selected our path yet. We can do that by clicking on the down caret here under Learn More in any of these sections, but this will take us to a section that really describes how we can learn about the path that we might want to be working in. And if you scroll through and look at all of the paths, it will tell you a little bit more about each one of them. By clicking on the plus arrow, it will take it down into what the focus of the path is, and then by clicking on the details, we will be able to see that all paths break down into these 5 levels. The first, 1 and 2, are fundamental and are the same in every path. Levels 3, 4, and 5 tailor themselves more to the competency that you're trying to acquire, and they will show the elective projects that you have to choose from as you finish your work in the path that you have chosen. When I step back from that, I can point out that presentation mastery, which is right here, is considered the basic communication skill path. So if you're looking for just basic public speaking skills, presentation mastery is the recommended path. Now we're going to jump back into our Toastmasters profile page, and this will take us into the middle section, which is the Choose the Path. If you have not chosen your path at this point in time, you can do so here. This will take you to a assessment, possibly, of some questions that are maybe 10 questions that just allow you to kind of think about what it is you really want to gain out of your Toastmasters experience. It is not a test. It is just simply a guide to help you figure out what you might want to be working in. And this is also where you can select a second path or a third path if you should decide you want to be in more than one path at a time. The first path is included with your membership, and the additional paths are all $20 each. This is the point at which we can enter into Basecamp, and this gives us an option right here in this box of selecting the club that we want to belong to. If we are in more than one club, by selecting the club that we want to award the credit to that we're working in, this is where we would do that. So we can select that. If we want to interact with fellow members, we can do that also by selecting that. If I'm logged into DTC Speaks, for instance, I'll be interacting with my members in DTC Speaks. If I'm logged into Toast of Inverness, I will be interacting with my Toast of Inverness members and friends. This Go button will take us directly into Basecamp, which we will be covering in another tutorial, but I wanted to show you that this is how we would access Basecamp. There is also an option to access Basecamp under the Pathways tab, and this is maybe perhaps a screen that you might see in some of the previous tutorials that we've had, but really one of the most common and best loved current usages and accesses into the Basecamp are from the My Toastmasters page right here in this blue square. I hope that that is helpful to you. It will give you a little bit of an orientation to the Toastmasters.org website homepage, a little bit of an orientation to the My Profile page, and then some information about accessing Basecamp. In the upcoming videos, we'll tell you more about actually getting inside to the Basecamp program and working inside Pathways. Have a great day.